Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashmi Shah Hashem, Rakah HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Shah, and to include the elder bishops on down, and this your brother, Laban. And I find this article to be interesting, man, and hopefully, you'll find this interesting as well. And overall, this lesson is going to be edifying, Lord willing. And so let's begin. So as this reads from the studyfinds.org, as this reads, new mind reading AI predicts what humans will do next, and it's shockingly accurate. By Study Finds analysis research led by Dr. Marcel Benz and Dr. Eric Scholl's Institute for Human-Centered AI at Helmholtz in Munich, Germany, which this is a company that is passionate about getting into the insight of the human cognition. And so let's get into this article over here as this reads. An artificial intelligence system cannot predict your next move before you make it. We're not just talking about whether you'll click buy now on that Amazon cart, but rather how you'll navigate complex decisions, learn new skills, or explore uncharted territory. Researchers have developed an AI called Kentor that accurately predicts human behavior across virtually any psychological experiment. It even outperforms specialized computer models scientists have been using for decades, trained on data from more than 60,000 people making over 10 million decisions. Kentor captures the underlying patterns of how we think, learn, and make choices. The human mind is remarkably general. The researchers write in their paper, published in Nature, not only do we routinely make mundane decisions, such as choosing a breakfast cereal or selecting an outfit, but we also tackle complex challenges, such as figuring out how to cure cancer or explore outer space. An AI that truly understands human cognition could revolutionize marketing, education, mental health treatment, and product design, but it also raises uncomfortable questions about privacy and manipulation, when our digital footprints reveal more about us than ever before. And I want to read this as well, how scientists build a digital mind reader, AI, because this is what it's really all about, ain't it? The research team started with an ambitious goal: create a single AI model that could predict human behavior in any psychological experiment. Their approach was surprisingly straightforward but required massive scale. Scientists assembled a database called Psych 101 containing 160 experiments. Wow. Covering memory tests, and by the way, the word psych means soul. Learning games, risk-taking scenarios, and moral dilemmas. Each experiment was converted into plain English description that an AI could understand. And AI is the perfect tool to use to really control people and also measure the life of people. This is a great tool for the New World Order. The agenda has always been to one day implant devices in your body, but the spirit of the left hand side has revealed to Esau that through AI, which AI is nothing more than a demon, hence you get the term demon, which means intelligence, is going to help Esau more effectively to keep people where they belong, according to them. And that's to keep people subservient, to not be critical, and not even come close. Because right now you got a lot of people that are becoming critical thinkers, and so they want to lay that to rest. And again, what better way to do it without this technology? This is the only thing that they got, that Satan has given them. So with this technology, man, Esau is going to use it to his advantage. But again, this technology is only going to go so far, as I'm always going to keep on saying, because right now it's being used. We use AI, and as well as we use our tracking devices, we use our phones, we use our headphones. You got people wearing armbands, to pay for goods, get on transportation. We're even using our phones. But all of these things, like I said, these are all tracking devices. So right when Esau got us, he wants some more. He wants more of what he's already concocted already, and which is what we're using right now. Because this devil is not satisfied, man. As it is written in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. You know? So what he really wants to do, he wants to tune into your mind. So he can tune into what you're thinking, what you're feeling, every single thing about you. He wants to get into you and read you biometrically, which the term biometrics means to measure out one's life. The word bio means life, and the word metric, which means to measure. Like, for example, you know, when you read about someone's biography, the word bio again means life, and the word graphy means to write. So you're writing someone's life. Someone's written their life out so you can read about it. You know? And that's why they keep marketing this stuff to us. How a man that was paraplegic had a brain implant, and now he can do much more than what he did before. You know, he can use the computer by moving his head. So instead of him having a mouse, he can move his head, and he can click just by the thought of his mind. He can click on something. He might probably blink his eye or whatever, and then with that he's able to basically, you know, click on something and do what everybody else does on the PC. Okay. So anyway, this is from refreshmiami.com. First patient gets Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chip at the University of Miami, a clinical trial site. In January, we reported that Elon Musk's startup Neuralink has selected the University of Miami's Miller School of Medicine to be the second U.S. clinical trial site to test whether its brain chip, a brain-computer interface implant, can give people who are paralyzed the ability to use only their thoughts to control their smartphones, computers, and other electronic devices. And I remember a while back ago, I was doing a video about this fella down here in the UK, and this guy was Nimbless, and he was using the similar technology. All right. So from time to time, they've been marketing this to us just so that we can get hip to it. Going all the way back years ago, they've made many films in regards to this dystopian world that they have in mind. All right. Hence you get the term predictive programming. So they put their agenda in your mind, and so that you can be you can relate to it. And so when they do bring this out, it's not going to be far-fetched to you. You're not going to shun it away. You're going to get right into it, because now you've already seen it in films. You know, you've seen here and there people use this form of technology, and it's been marketed as a very, very good thing to have. You know, you may have known someone that's now paralyzed. They broke their neck. Case in point, you know, you might had a son that was a race car driver. Actually thinking about Michael Schumacher because he's paralyzed. Right? So now you go to the doctor to see if your son can, you know, if they can help your son get back to normal again in a different way. Because, you know, your son ain't never going to get back to normal if your son's paralyzed. So then the doctor tells you, oh, yeah, we got something. We can get your boy back and moving. All we got to do is put an implant in his brain. Now, he's still going to be paralyzed, but he's still going to be able to use the computer. He's still going to be able to use his phone if necessary. Things of that nature. So it'll get him back active again. All right. So anyway, man, let me continue to read some of this over here. So anyway, it says the Neuralink Prime, precise robotic implanted brain computer interface study seeks to assess the safety and functionality of Neuralink N1 implant. This brain computer interface BCI implant establishes a wireless digital link between the brain and computers. The study also evaluates Neuralink R1 robots, a surgical robot that precisely and rapidly places the N1 implant ultrafine electrodes threads within the microns of targeted neurons. So they're using a robot to put this in your brain. See? So this devil is really thinking that with this AI power, he can really overcome and he can really be the God. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about them becoming the God. So if they can tune into your thoughts, if they can tune into your thoughts and then at the same time measure out your life, they can control you more effectively, man, especially with the working with AI. So if they can tune into your mind to read your thoughts and then to gather data to measure out your life, they could become gods with AI operation. And that's the thing. This is what excites Esau. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he is as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Excuse me. And so with that kind of way of thinking, which is a lofty way of thinking, this devil is going to come down in a big way, man. It's going to be out of this world the way this man is going to come out of power. Let's read another scripture here. Psalms 44 and verse 21. Shall not the Most High search this out, for he knoweth the secrets of the heart, and they want to know the secrets of your heart. In other words, the la'ah, which means the mind. All right? And it's not going to get to that point. I'm telling you, man. Like once they bring out the implantable device and they scare people to do it, that's as far as it's going to go. It ain't going any further. And I'm not saying this in any other way or in the sense of my feelings. I'm saying this for certainty because the mark of the beast prophecy is the last prophecy which is going to come to pass. Once that comes to pass, this society is going to be destroyed. And guess what? The powers that be, they're going to be hiding in their underground luxurious bunkers because they're going to be hiding from the nuclear destruction. And further amount to more, they're going to be hiding from the second return of the Mashiach Yahushua. That's what's real about it. Isaiah 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in the horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And in the time of Jacob's trouble, these Negroes are going to be seeking out for help. And so therefore, a lot of these people are going to be lining up to get this implantable device in their skin, under the hopes that they can return to their normal life again, when in fact it's the end of the world. There is no normal life. A great change is going to be had. Verse 2, yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Absolutely. Because even among our people, you have wicked men, as well as that's written in the book of Isaiah somewhere, right? Among my people are found wicked men. And it ain't just referring to Jake that just disregards the truth, but those that are written that claim to be Israelites that are teaching the Bible incorrectly. You know, and even those that have turned away, they're going to be a part of that elk. They're going to take that implantable device, they're going to line up, and even, let me include this as well, even those that have done wrong to brothers, they're going to be a part of that elk, and they're going to take that implantable device and they're going to be fucking destroyed. All right. Verse 3, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. Absolutely. So every last one of you Negroes, and including this devil, you're all going down in the same pit. You're going to find Apollyon in a big way. If you don't know what Apollyon is, look it up. Anyway, let's move forward. Let's read this as well. Luke 21 and verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, and the seas and the waves drawing. Salakia, let me not read that. The point is in verse 26. Luke 21 and verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. So when the Messiah makes a second return, that's when it's all going to be said that there is a power way above which has never been seen before. So with those thinking loftily with their AI technological power about the set of their new world order, the Most High is coming back with his Son. All right. I mean, when I say the Most High, I'm talking about the power of him, which is going to be presented within his Son. Okay. And with that power, he's going to destroy this fucking place. That's what's getting ready to happen. And those that are in power, they're going to realize that there is a power that cannot be reckoned. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud of power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And so again, when we see the chariots of the Lord, that lets us know that our salvation is near and dear. Okay, so all we got to do is just keep at it with this truth. Patience possess ye your souls, and keep doing this work, man, because eventually the transition is going to be had, man, and it's right around the corner. So with that, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great Noson that have taught us well through the Holy Spirit. And with that, I close. Shalom.